Hello, I'm Meryl Ramsey.
And I'm Haley Knipple.
And now the Indy presents Fort Fuel, your campus news source.
In 2012, Danny Matar-Tondo came to FLC to guest direct a play. Captivated by all that Durango has to offer and its talented student population, he stayed to write a play that would eventually become Sun and Room. In 2013, 3 students, Leah Brewer, Matt Sochi, and Zoe Pike, had the opportunity of a lifetime when they were chosen to be the actors for this never-before-seen show. Quite the opportunity for FLC's theater department and for these 3 aspiring actors who at young ages had a play written especially for them. Meryl Ramsey spent time with the actors, director, and writer to bring you the story of Sun and Room.
Hello, I'm Meryl Ramsey, and today I'm here with Matt Sochi and Leah Brewer, 2 students from Fort Lewis College. Not just students, but very talented actors who are about to take their show Sun and Room, that first was on the stage here at Fort Lewis College, all the way to New York City to debut for the first time there. Guys, tell me how you feel.
Nervous, but excited.
Nervous?
What I love about working with all 3 of them is they don't have judgments about themselves as actors. They're very genuine. They're very open. They're eager and curious to dig into this play more and more and more and to spend more time with it. They've not settled into patterns that, feel lazy or anything. They're constantly trying and searching and finding new ways to approach these characters. And if I come at them with a question, they're so eager to figure it out and almost in a homework type way.
Yeah.
They want to find more and seek more and discover more about who they are and who they could be.
Why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about how Sun and Room started out here?
It was kind of crazy. And I get a call that's from her about a month before I arrived saying, "We've lost our director for the first show." And I looked at Danny. I was with Danny in New York at the time, and I said, "Hey, you want to direct a show?" So you were in it, and we did Why Torture is Wrong, and Danny came and directed, and he taught that semester. Danny was sort of commissioned to write us a play.
So the play was written by Danny Matar-Tondo, and basically he did interviews with me and Matt and Zoe, who's also in the play, and the play is based off of our voices, to put it simply.
Yeah.
So he worked over the summer with that. He knew exactly what actors he was going to use. We came in, Jenny Davis was assigned to direct it, and they put something on in this room, in the gallery, last year ago fall.
I had to write a play that really paid attention to the way they spoke, because the problem I find with a lot of plays where young actors are performing is that the young actors are being asked to speak in language that is not their language.
Why don't you explain that a little bit? What do you mean by your voices?
We each did about a couple hours of interview where we just had a conversation with the playwright. And
so they were here starting the 9th or so of January. They rehearsed here for 2 weeks. Then they left. They've been in New York a week. They opened it last Friday to previews. And the official opening, I guess you might say, is this coming weekend.
So we started rehearsals about 3-4 weeks ago. Danny and I flew out to Durango to work with the actors there in Durango. And we worked with them for about 2 weeks, and then we came here and flew the students out here and had another week of rehearsals here in New York in the space itself. We're building and creating and rehearsing as we can during the day. So
We have 7 shows a week, a show every night except for Tuesday, and then matinees on the weekends. I guess the overall plot of the show is basically my character, Leah. All of our characters have our same names, so don't get confused. Leah's throwing a going away party because she's about to transfer to a different college. And nobody really shows up except for Zoe and Matt. And so the play is basically a real-time representation of their night.
it gets a little fuzzy as the night goes on.
They drink a lot.
We have a a week of previews here in New York where I can still work with the actors and work with the technicians to kind of perfect what we're putting together. And over this last weekend, it really has started to just, all kind of what you were talking about, all kind of come together. And last night's show was wonderful.
Wow, I can't believe that happened here at Fort Lewis College.
Seriously, it just goes to show that talent is appreciated anywhere you go.
I heard that if audience members are curious, which I'm sure you are after all of those wonderful interviews, you can go online to the theater department and watch the show for yourself.
It's a great opportunity for these kids. No doubt they'll never forget this.
Do you think that you'll be watching that show, Meryl?
Of course.
That wraps up another edition of the Indy Presents Fort Fuel. Be sure to head online for all your campus, sports, and community news, and check the big yellow boxes for our latest print issue. I'm Haley Knippel.
And I'm Meryl Ramsey.
And until next time, see you on campus.